Cowboys. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Play action now. Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Kill. 46.
Prescott on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Kamu Hill getting in there and taking him down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans
at their 25-yard line.
They run with a rookie from Florida, Dameon Pierce.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Going for it with Pierce.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Marr able to put this one through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Pierce now up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On play action, Mills. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. To throw is Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety? coming up and making the big-time play.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. This one left side caught by Collins.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cowboys' 7-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
This is how offensive coordinators earn their money. He thought he was ahead of the curve after first down.
Got 7 yards first down play, but then you get stuffed there on second down, maybe just a yard out of it. Now your advantage is evaporated.
On third down, here's Pierce.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Dameon Pierce hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are back within a score.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. They're holding to no gain.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Cowboys hit 9-3 here on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's into the hands of Tolbert.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the Owlies have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Elliott fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 27.
Mills now.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Throwing, Mills.
Open man is Howard, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd down, Elliott. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First down, Prescott.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
They go play action. Mills.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Another carry for Pierce.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
To throw, Mills.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Mills. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. It got his man complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Back to the ground with Pierce. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Sliding out of the pocket. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on the opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
47 and 47.
Now Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Cowboys have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 17-14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 2nd and 4. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Mills to throw it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Give to Pierce.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Off the play fake, Mills.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the 4th quarter now. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And able to get this out to the 25. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jerry Hughes picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Now Mills.
He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run it here with Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all,
Stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 2, just like we saw on first and second down as well. Deuce is wild.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Left side to Lamb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
10th carry now for Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
A jet sweep. Here's Tolbert.
Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
25-yard attempt.
The kick by Marr is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, So time to reset here. It's a huge kick there. Gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Mills looking to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Mills. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Micah Parsons in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way.